What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I'm one third of your Nomad Gamers. Hey, it is Tuesday. We got to another week. We had a full weekend of gaming, and boy, I tell you what, it has been a busy weekend. So, let's get on with our socials and everything else. If you are watching me today on Twitch, we're going to go in order today. From this way, that way. Twitch, right here, Godfather09. Send me a follow. I'm online Tuesdays and Thursdays, talking Tuesday, Thursday, Mondays and Wednesdays, and then on Thursdays I will announce if I'm on for Friday, and then what I'm doing Saturday and Sunday. By Thursday, I get a better understanding. If you are, well, you're not watching me here. However, I do have a TikTok. It is Godfather1. Head on over there, give me a follow. We're updating that almost daily now that I figured out how to do things. So that is being updated almost on the daily. Then if you go over here, you've got our YouTube, Nomad Gamers. If you have followed, subscribed, liked, turned on your notifications, thank you very much. We really do appreciate that. Right over here, you'll see a subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, you'll see a little heart button over here if you haven't hearted us. And you'll see a thumbs up over here if you haven't given us a thumbs up. Do me a favor, smash all three of those. That way, every time the Nomad Gamers come at you live or with recorded content, you're being notified. And then finally, my Facebook, all the way down there in the corner, Godfather. If you're watching me and you're a follower, thank you. I really do appreciate your love and your support. If you have stumbled across my page, I invite you to follow it and turn on your notifications. That way, every time that I come at you with any games, same with TikTok, or I bring you any kind of live content, you are being notified. Woo-wee! So we got all that out of the way. All right, so what did we do this weekend, Nomad Nation? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I uh I got Fallout 2. I downloaded it and I started playing it. Now, before we get too far into this, I need you to understand something that Fallout 2 was released in 1998. It was not released by Bethesda. It wasn't created by Bethesda. Bethesda had absolutely no hand in Fallout 2. Okay? What is on Xbox Game Pass right now is Fallout 2. However, it is very dated. Some of the things that I forgot about from 90s gaming was the graphics being completely horrible, how back in the 90s, this was even with Fallout, or not Fallout, but Final Fantasy 7, you didn't get multiple lives. When you died, you died. Like you had to save often, very often. And if you remember from the 90s, on the PlayStation, you had those little memory cards. I got one over on the production side of the Shire. Uh, if I would have thought about that I was going to be talking about, I would have brought it over. But you had to save often, and you had to save after every little bit that you were going. I forgot this, but back to the Fallout. It did not tell you what your mission was at first. So when you first come in, you're in this open area and you got a temple right in front of you. And I was running around there trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing and what I was supposed to be getting. And I walked up to a fellow tribesman, tried to kick him in the face, tried to punch him until I finally saw in a little itty bitty comment box that was down here that I was attacking one of my fellow tribesmen. It wasn't even a vault dweller, was a tribesman. So the dialogue had changed over time from when uh I can't even think of the damn company now. They had the same intro as Universal though. They had the globe with it looked like Saturn and it said their name as it went around. It I'll tell you what, it brought back some really good memories. But Bethesda didn't have any hand in this. However, without knowing much about the game and not being able to pick stuff up, you only had space for 2 items. When I got done playing, I had a spear, I had my fist, and I had my feet. I didn't get much farther. I can kind of see why Fallout wasn't a premier game back in the day like Final Fantasy was. Uh, it was really hard to understand. By the way, for the one person watching me on Facebook, thank you very much. For the one person watching me on Twitch, thank you very much. You can leave me a chat. I do have chat open on all three of my platforms, so I will see it if you do. Leave me a note. Might take a few minutes before I see it. I think there's like a 5-10 second delay, but it is what it is. So Fallout 2 wasn't that bad, but it was just God, it was painful. Crust Rider, oh, you know who's watching you on Twitch. Well, I don't want to assume who's watching me on Twitch because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. And I got to figure out what this is. I don't know what that is. That's socials, event, view. Oh, okay, there's that. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what that is. No, no. I am looking at everything and I do not see. Oh, you know what I bet it is? Uh, nope, it ain't there. Yeah, I don't know. The this one here, this one right here, I don't know where I don't know where it's coming from because I only got one. I don't know where the hell the second one's coming from. So let's just do this. Oh, you see, I don't even have. Okay, it's from another scene then. It has to be. It's gotta. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I did. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Yep, I did have 2 copies open, but it was on a different scene. See, I am learning. I'm learning more and more about Streamlabs every day, and I'm trying to clean up the scene. I'm trying to make sure that there isn't too much going on that I'm distracting you guys. But back to Fallout 2. For its day, it was probably an awesome game. I can see why I never played it. I can see exactly why I just looked over it. Because during that time, and let me make sure I have my facts straight here, I believe Final Fantasy VII was out in its prime at that time. Uh, yes, Final Fantasy was in its prime when when they dropped Fallout 2. So that is probably why I was not. Yeah, one dropped in January of '97, the other one in October of '98. And I understand now why I didn't see it. It wasn't because of Final Fantasy. It was because I was still in basic training AIT. I remember exactly what I was doing on that time. But it was a good game. However, it was not my cup of tea, and I really didn't like playing it. It was boring. I couldn't figure out a lot of things. There wasn't a tutorial or anywhere to where I knew what buttons to push uh, to do what. So I hurried up. I uninstalled that game, and if you were watching my stream yesterday, you would know that when I uninstalled it, I was down for about an hour. I hurried up and I installed Fallout 76. And I finally fired up 76 last night about 6 p.m. And man, I got a lot to say about that game now. So I've been saying for months now I was going to get back to Fallout 76. I was saying for months how they were doing things to make the game better. Well, I've only been in that game now for, I want to say 4, maybe 5 hours. I could check, but I'm pretty sure I'm right around 4 or 5 hours. The content is good for when you come out of Fallout or come out of Vault 76. You come out of Vault 76, you go on down to the Wayward. Before you even get there, though, some of the things that annoyed me about 76, restarting it. One, when you leave the vault, they give you sim packs, they give you blood packs, uh they give you a weapon, they give you your camp, they give you all this stuff and repair uh parts, repair packs, basic and advanced. So they set you up pretty good when you go out of Vault 76. You come out and you see that robot, and the robot tells you about these two ladies that are down on the overlook, and you go down and you see what they want, and come to find out that it's just taking you the next into the quest line to take you down to the Wayward. Why do I say that that kind of annoys me? How they give you all that coming out? Well, Crest Rider can back me up on this. So can Fireball and Chungus. When I started, I was one of the first Wastelanders out of that vault when Fallout 76 dropped. They didn't give you nothing. And in fact, you had to fight for it. I think the only thing they gave you was a camp. And they didn't give you any kind of a direction on how to set it up or what to do, what to look for in the terrain. I believe if you were to go southwest of Flatwoods, down there where that river dries up and you keep going down and you find Poseidon. I had, oh god, probably 3 or 4 campsites when I was playing on the PC or PS5. But as I got stronger into Fallout and as I was doing my thing on the PS5, met Crest Rider, met Maggie, uh, met Gonzo, got a really core group of people, and then the game just got boring. I don't know how long that's going to take it to get boring on the PC, considering another thing I got to keep telling myself is I am not a level, I'm going to go low here, 120, 125. I am a level 21. I don't have my mutations. I don't have all of the stuff that I built up over years. Me and Crest Rider were talking because he was gaming with me last night on Fallout, and it was kind of funny how I was like, wow, I feel like a poor guy. You had a basic set of supplies and a tape telling you to head for a location. Quest tutorials pushed you to set up your camp. I don't remember that at the very beginning, Crest Rider. I remember going down and going to the Overseer's camp. I remember doing all of her quest lines. I don't remember them explaining to me how to set up a camp. In fact, the Overseer's missions there for the longest time, I want to say at least 6 to 8 months, were bugged to the point that you couldn't finish them. Then when they finally unbugged them, they brought the Overseer out in a I don't want to say DLC, but it was, and then you were able to finish it that way. Oh yes, I do remember that. But by the time you got there, you'd already set up your camp. Because if you were a Fallout player from Fallout 4, or even 3 for that matter, 3 not so much, 4 more so, you got right to work on your camp. You got right to work on your home base. And then later on down the road, Yeah, I found that robot. One of the things that I must tip my hat to Bethesda about, and I'm going to give Bethesda a whole bunch of shit about Fallout 76, but some of the things I'm going to have to tip my hat on when I come by them. One, they've cleaned up some of the game. Some areas, like last night, I was running to go do something with Crest Rider, and we come up over this hill, and I dropped onto uh, this ledge. It was an encampment. I remember it being broke down with ghouls and shit like that in there. And this time it was settlers, and I'm like, holy shit, they cleaned this up. And Crest Rider said, yeah, there's settlers that are retaking spots of the wasteland, and you're going to start to notice them because you are an older player just coming back to the game. If you've been playing 76 since 22, 23, you won't notice it. It's the players that's been there since the blue screens and everything dying. They're the ones that are noticing. But I was playing a little bit before I came online today. And as I was running by, I thought I saw something moving. So I stopped and I turned. I was getting ready to light it up, and it was a settler. So there is another house. I had no clue that was a settlement, now has a settlement on it. By the time I got there, I was level 15 and had spent 3 days wandering around aimlessly, just doing random stuff because ADHD and open world games. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think I was 15 when I got there. I do remember going north towards Sutton and Morgantown very early on in the game and absolutely getting smoked. I got my ass handed to me. And I remember I wasn't going to go up there for a while. I knew I had to get stronger. So I fucked around down by Poseidon for a while. Sweet Kitty Pie was playing with me at the time too, and we were kind of trying to stay at the same level. And one of the things that I found out from the beginning of 76 was I really like playing the event for Poseidon, powering up Poseidon. I like that. I don't know why, but I do. So I did that every chance that I got, or every chance that it came up, I did it. And there was maybe a half a week to a week where Sweet Kitty Pie wasn't on. She was busy doing something. I think the kids were swimming or they were into some kind of sport. So she was dealing with that. And then she came back on. I was like level 45 and she was like a level 15, 20. And say she was a little pissed off at me for doing that would be an understatement, but I stopped. I helped her get level up, and then like with all games, she blew right by me in leveling and powered up. But the state of Fallout 76 is good. It is. I'm still not happy about robots being the fucking uh, shop vendors at the railroads. I think that Bethesda's missing a mark there where they could dismiss the robots and have settlers actually occupy that railroad, because I don't remember which one it is, but you go up, it's either further north than Sutton or it's down by uh that big mining arm. I can't think of the goddamn name of the place now. Crest Rider, help me out. You know better than I do. Actually, I don't need Crest Rider to help me out. Haha. Because I had the interactive map up. Yeah, I know I'm cheating a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see locations. It's unfinished mansion, but we're down near where I was talking about. Welch. Down by Welch. At one point in time, you could go into the basement of uh that train station. They showed you the basement, they showed you how big it was. One of the things that Bethesda could do that would make this game even better, dismiss the robots and their silly fucking I still giggle about the if you five finger discount something, you're gonna repay it with your life. I've always giggled at that, but I think that settlers and wastelanders should be your vendors. It should not be robots. And Chungus and Fireball and probably Crush Rider disagree with me on that, and that's okay. The great thing about gaming is that you can have your opinion. As long as it's an opinion, you can have your opinion and be different from other gamers. It can happen. So I was going to try and get down to Poseidon. I was going to try and power up Poseidon again. And hell, I didn't even get to my camp, but I got wrapped into the way station or wayside, whichever one it is. I got wrapped up into that first quest line and went and got Polly, went and got that other dude. I saved him from a bunch of ghouls. And then right before I came on air and before I shut down 76, what the hell was I doing? I was heading somewhere to do, they wanted me to go get a new body for Polly. So I was going, I can't figure out how to get in that goddamn building. I'm gonna have to go to the old Google and figure that one out. But yeah, 76 is actually fun again. I'm happy. The other thing I want to be doing, not tonight and probably not tomorrow, but the other thing I'm going to be doing is only because they have it on Game Pass, is I'm going to download Grand Theft Auto 5 and start playing that online as well. So what I think I'm going to be doing here for the foreseeable future, and I might send up a poll on my Facebook or on my TikTok or one of my socials down here. I'll have a poll up and see which one you guys want me to focus more in on: Grand Theft Auto, Fallout, or Starfield. That's your three picks. I haven't played any three of those in a very long time, except for Starfield. Starfield is the only one where I played that in the last 6 months. But 76, as far as except for yesterday and today, I hadn't picked it up in, I don't know, 2, 3 years. But yeah, last night was amazing. Uh, it brought back to the forefront where I wish that Bethesda would let Fallout be a inter-platform game or multi-platform game to where uh, our Wastelanders on the PS5 or our Wastelanders on the Xbox could join in and play on the same server. It would be awesome to get Sweet Kitty Pie in there. It would be awesome to get Gonzo and Maggie back and get them all playing. Now that we're all spread on different operating systems, but it was cool to run the wasteland last night with Crest Rider. It brought a smile to my face until the time I went to sleep. It was awesome. But yeah, 76. They're doing some good things with it. All right, Crush Rider. I know you are not being this quiet for. Why are you being this quiet? I saw that you were playing some World of Warcraft. So what the hell were you doing in Azeroth last night? Because that's what you were doing before you realized that I was on 76. Well, no shit, you were gaming. World of Warcraft is a game, my man. Like Horrific Visions. Wait. It can't be Horrific Visions if I didn't paint you a picture of me doing something stupid. A lot of the times, the Horrific Visions are when I let my mouth write a check that my ass can't cash. Were you leveling up your panda or your oh, what goddamn character are you? Fuck. I'm trying to remember what race you are leveling up in World of Warcraft. You told me on one, and I went ooh, and then I got into Death Knights. Ah, a warrior. Ah, Crash Rider's trying to be a tank. What level you got that warrior at? I uh I started out my World of Warcraft days as a warrior. Uh Warrior was fun. A level 80 out of what, 85? What are you doing, man? Do you even game? Do you even game? 80? Is that the cap? Please say that's the cap. Now, people, you need to go back and you need to watch my my stream from last night because I have. Oh, okay, so they dropped it from 90 or wherever it was at back to 90, back to 85, back to 80, or they just zapped y'all at once. Knowing knowing Blizzard, they zapped y'all at once and took away your shit. But back to what I was saying before. If you didn't watch my stream from last night, you need to go back and take a look at it because Crest Rider. Let me tell you about Crest Rider on Fallout real quick. Crest Rider is one of these individuals. He's a melee character on Fallout. Very, very rarely do you see him with a weapon, like a gun. But as I'm running along, I'm trying to get a shot on this goddamn feral ghoul. Crest Rider comes running up. Whop! Exploded his head. Oh, and that is the other thing that I like about the PC version of 76 that the the console versions just don't do. When you kill a ghoul or you kill a super mutant or you do whatever, you know their blood actually runs out of their body when you blow their head off. I shot one earlier today. It fell on some grating and you could see the blood draining out. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, let's see what he says. They did a massive squish down to 50 and have started going back up again each expansion. Well, you know, there for a while, World of Warcraft was getting out of control. I believe they were at 110, 125. I think it was 125 just after Mr. Pandaria. However, I didn't see them keeping that pace going because by this time, you'd have level 500 players. Uh, I really think they're going to cap it at 80 or maybe cap it at 85 and leave it. I don't foresee them going back to 90 to 100. I just don't. Um, and I'm just giving you shit, Crest Rider, because I know from level 79 to level 80 can literally take you 6 months to a freaking year to do. Or at least that's the way it feels. Because my God, you are running all over the place. You're trying to get XP. You're trying to do this, trying to do that. And if you're on a PvP server, you're trying to stay away from trouble. They hit 120. That's what I thought. And squished that to ooh. That's a 70 level squish. They squished that to 50 at the beginning of Battle for Azeroth, and you leveled to 60 there. That is because they were doing the whole let's return back to vanilla, and then they did the whole World of Warcraft hardcore, which that was kind of cool. I read up on it the other day. Uh, if you went hardcore, and let's say you were bebopping down by Ironforge, or you were bebopping out and about, and you ran across a horde or an alliance, and you two did the tango, and you died, your character died. It's done. Might as well just delete him because he gone. Put RIP, dead. DOA, dead on arrival. I thought that was pretty cool about it. Depending on the events going on, I can do 1 to 80 in a day. Good lord. Then that just tells me that they nerfed the requirement to get to 80. Because I know back when myself and Sweet Kitty Pie were playing, oh boy. It was about this time. What year was that? Probably 2009, 2010. Because I think I was in 80 when I went to Egypt. And I'd been grinding, I swear to God, for a month or two. And that is no joke. A month or two. And Sweet Kitty Pie knew all my information to get on. So she got on and she ground out the last little bit for me. When I came home from training, logged on and saw that my character had made 80, which was amazing. And then when I hit 80 on my own on, let's see, that was on a Paladin. I think I had an 80. Oh, hell, not a wizard. What the hell are they? They're the magic dudes. Not the healer, but the other dudes. Dalaran dudes. Uh, and dudettes. Don't let me forget that. Dudes and dudettes. God damn it. What was their names? Crash Rider, help! What the hell? You can make a portal and go from one area to the other area. Mage. That's it. That's it. I had a level 80 mage too. And that motherfucker was pretty goddamn powerful. So here's my plan for the next, oh, I don't know, the next week. I will be on Fallout 76 hot and heavy. I will be trying to get as many levels as I can. I swear to God, I need to get the serum for bird bones and for marsupial jumping. I think it's marsupial. I need to get some of my shit back because I feel like a goddamn noob running around the wasteland, not being able to jump up on stuff, not being able to run that fucking fast or far, and having fall damage. Who the fuck takes fall damage in Fallout 76? Not this guy. But man, my guy's weak. I gotta get him built up. The other thing I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna try and figure out or remember where the mining power armor is. And I need to get down and get that. I need to get my power armor. Uh that way I can carry more shit back and forth. You need to get high enough to get starched jeans first so you don't lose them. Exactamundo. I got to do research and figure out uh, when is the earliest that I can get starched jeans. I just put some of my talents back on that I have on my other character. Uh, there for the longest time, I ran melee with Crest Rider. I don't know why I stopped. I really don't, but I did. I really need to get back into it, but I need to get my armor back before I do that because whoo, running into a wall of bullets that hurts. That hurts, especially at a lower end. Now remind me, what happens if I lose all of my health in 76? Do I just come back and like they like port me out of the area and I got to walk back in to do some damage? Because I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna happen again. Used to be mid 30s, that moved trees though, so I don't know what it is anymore. That moved trees? Where the hell is that at now? Let me look. Let me look. Take a look at the old trusty Google Plus because I don't want to get rid of my map. Oh, Fallout 76 starched jeans. Oh, never mind. Don't go to Reddit about that. Reddit came in hot with it. Motherless goat? Where the hell's my Yeah, they came in hot with that. There was a whole bunch of shitty comments about it. Uh, it's level 30, Crest Rider. Yep, level 30. Oh, it's an endurance trait now. Okay. So I'm going to have to free up an endurance one then. Cool. Get it. So, Talking Tuesday's coming to an end. We're out of time, ladies and gents. I sat here and babbled about 76, Fallout 2, World of Warcraft. Crest Rider did what Crest Rider does best, making fun of me, which is okay. Um, what's coming up now? What's coming up next, folks? Well, very simple. If you want early access to the Nomad Gamers podcast, the one for midweek, tune into Fireball123D on all of his socials. All of these down here. Now I'm not sure about TikTok yet. I think he's still on the bad boys list for TikTok. But for all the other ones down here, he does it as well, except for YouTube. I might stream it on I might just do a stream like I'm doing now for it. But if you want early access, look up either myself or Fireball123D. That'll be right around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., I will be streaming Fallout 76. In fact, you might get there at 4 and realize that Godfather's already been going for half hour, 45 minutes. That's okay. I get off work at a certain time, and then if I have nothing else going on, I'll come out and start streaming. But 4 p.m. for sure. Thursday night we got Thirsty Thursday. We're gonna go around the block. We're gonna go look at some of our favorite games and see what the hell they are doing. Then Friday, I will let you know on Thursday if I'm streaming or not. Saturday, if you want early access again, remember either myself or Fireball123D. Sunday, I will be streaming at some point. I don't know when. Uh, do me a favor if you're watching this after the live. That's okay. It's okay to catch me recorded. I got it. Everyone has a life. Everyone has something going on. Head over to Facebook for me. Look up the Nomad Gamers. Give them a follow. We are so close. We are like at 90. We need like 10 more before we get to our goal of 100 and we start bringing our podcast live every Saturday to you guys. Give me just a second. I can tell you exactly if my iPad will ever work. There we go. Uh, but yeah, we can bring this to you live every Saturday, and you'll be able to. Yeah, we are at 90. We've plateaued at 90 again. We just need 10 more. We need your help. Just 10 more. That's it. I think I have a way of getting to the 100, but I got to talk to this individual. Um, Also, Nomad Gamers, we'll be talking about it tonight, but we got a few new things coming at you. We're going to be switching some things up on you. The content's going to be the same. Your Nomad Gamers are going to be the same. Just some of the things around us are going to be a little different. Also on Saturday, Nomad Gamers has a special guest. Our fourth Nomad is going to be with us again. Ain't that right, Crest Rider? Oh, it was just a 3-day ban? Okay, you can catch him on TikTok then. As long as him and Chungus doesn't if they don't try and rage bait each other. But that is what we're doing for the rest of the week. So tune in, please. Keep an eye on TikTok. Give me a follow, give me a like, and give me all that good stuff. Until then, game true, game hard, always. And I mean always. Game on. Where are you at? Where are you at today? Gotcha. You're right there. I see you in the back. I see you gaming. Keep being you. I told you before, don't who cares what everybody else says? Do you. Keep gaming, keep getting your shit done in school, keep doing your shit at work, but most importantly, keep being you. You're beautiful the way you are. If you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Until next time, peace and love. Godfather's out the dope.